What's up, guys? It's TRT77 here with the finals of Season 7 of WPF Magikarp. As you can see, we take on Grubbinz, and his team is scary as hell, man. Who the hell let him get this team, guys? Guys, everyone in Magikarp division, I'm looking at you guys. Who the hell let him get this team? There's a Mega Diancie, Pult, Kov, Mamo, first 4 core, and I'm like, yeah, and then you go down, there's a Slowking Galar, and then there's a bunch of mons that have good matchups against me, even in his low tier mons, and I'm looking at this like, this is a hell of a matchup. But to be honest, we also have mons that he struggles to check, which is very important, which is something that I think comes into focus here a lot. Like, he struggles to check Melmetal, he struggles to check Urshifu. So we're going with very specified sets for this game. Now, first up, I've got Protective Pads Melmetal. I really considered AV. I really wanted AV, but I think I know he has a history of running Rocky Helmet on Kov, and I wanted D-Wave for Kov because the absolute worst case, we can flinch down Corviknight, and I think that is very important. And T-Waving Kov would be just beautiful. And Protective Pads keeps us off the Flame Bodies, keeps us off the Rocky Helmets. All those passive damage thingies that I can get from clicking double Iron Bash go away, and I'm really happy with that. The spread is specific pretty much. 160 for Spidef lets us comfortably live in Earth Power from Diancie. Lets us live Specs Fire Blast from Dragapult. 64 defense lets us live an Earthquake from Banded Adamant Mamoswine, which is kind of nuts. Think about it. We don't live a close combat from Heracross if it's Guts and Burn. That's something I could not EV out of range of. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-hit KO range from like if it's a specially defensive Slowking Galar, it's like a 2-hit KO range with Fire Blast. Flamethrower does not 2-hit KO. And Adamant 252 double Iron Bash basically does a lot to his whole team outside of Kov. And perhaps, depending on the set Lantern. That's why we have Earthquake on the set as well. Next up, we have got the Brody Slowbro Makeup. This is a Calm Mind set. I noticed in one of his previous games while scouting for this game that he had trouble with regular Slowbro being Calm Minded upon. I think it was against, I forget who he played. I think it was the Red Spark, Vicavolts. It's a game where he actually struggled against regular Calm Mind Slowbro, and he got through it because of poison damage and damage rolls. And I was like, you know what? This is a Mega Slowbro. It's not going to get KO'd very easily, even with those damage rolls. So I decided this is going to be the first game this season we're not running Teleport. We're running Calm Mind Slowbro. Honestly, his phasing options of he does have Haze on Skunk. He does have Clear Smog users, but it is what it is, because if we get to +1, we can knock out both Diancie and Pult while taking nothing from it. And I'm fully expecting like Specs Pult or like Special Pult. That's the most important thing here because I just don't have switch-ins. Like, my team is not very good, especially defensively, and we already saw last week how much work Chandelure put in, and it was tough. It was tough for me to check. But yeah, that's where Slowbro Mega is at. Next up, we have got Talonflame. This is a really important Talonflame set for me because one, we're adamant because one, we outspeed Mega Diancie by 1 point, and if there's a weakness on his team, if anything, it's just the speed tiers. He drops off from 140 something with Pult to 110 with Diancie to I want to say 90 with Porygon-Z. So that speed tier is what we're exploiting a little bit with Talonflame here. I was very tempted to run Jolly because it would force Pult to run Jolly, but I just thought in the end of the day this is probably not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, I'd rather run Adamant. The Gale Wings Adamant Brave Bird role is just so much more important to me in this situation. And Steel Wing Oko's every Diancie pretty much. Like, even if he's not Mega, I'm pretty sure it's a roll to kill. After Rocks, it probably kills. Moving on, we've got Urshifu. We're going back with the choice band set. Pretty parliamentary stuff. I need Aerial Ace on this set. I can't. That's the one thing I'm looking at this set and I don't like about it, is that I had to run Aerial Ace, and that's just because if it came to a situation where I didn't have switch-ins, or where I didn't have, but I needed to preserve the Gale Wings on Talonflame and Whimsicott was down, I needed to go Urshifu and one-shot that Heracross before it killed too many of my mons. So that situation, I did need the Aerial Ace, and that is something that I will stand by. And next up, we've got Close Combat, we've got Wicked Blow, we got Sucker Punch for the Dragapult. Depending on what item it is, it also does like 40 to Mega Diancie. So pretty standard set overall. We don't get KO. We pretty much one-shot his whole team, except like Fizz Def Mons. Obviously, specific Fizz Def Mons we will live hits. Like Cobb will take a hit, Heracross will take like a resisted hit. Lantern, depending on the spread, will take a Wicked Blow and can actually kind of do damage to us with Dazzling Gleam based on the spread. Because I know this because I've run that specific set for Pangoro in the past. Next up, we have Nidoqueen with Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Flamethrower, and Stealth Rocks. Pretty standard set. This set, I mean, outside of Mamoswine, which I don't think Mamoswine honestly has a good matchup against me. I really don't. Like, I think it just gets murked by too many things to actually come in for free. And like, why would you waste your free switch in a game with like this on Mamoswine when both Pult and Diancie are so good against my team, you know? And then say it's Slowking Galar, again another mon that's really good against my team, another mon that he could easily just bring in like that. So, but even if it does come, Flamethrower will two-shot it, and Flamethrower can catch Corviknight depending on the spread. We can get Stealth Rocks up and hopefully keep the rocks up, which is the most important thing for me. Next up, we have got Whimsicott with the choice specs. This is just basically, this set changed a lot. And before I go any further, shoutouts to Clay. Clay really helped me out with this build and I really appreciate it. Whimsicott, choice specs, Infiltrator, not Prankster. Basically, this set revenges both Mega Diancie and Heracross, and while also doing damage to a lot of his other mons, to be honest. But the reason it's switcheroo choice specs is if he's a setup Corviknight, or if honestly Corviknight switches are so easy on Whimsicott. And as long as he doesn't, like, I mean, the first time around we have to U-turn, because I do not want to accidentally give Magmortar or Slowking Galar choice specs. But like, after the first time, if he does keep going Corv, easily just give that thing choice specs and it can't keep roosting on us. So this is gonna be our team for the finals, guys. I'm sorry if this builder was a little bit drawn out, but I thought I should just explain my sets pretty well. So now I'm just gonna jump into the game, guys. Now jumping into the game, guys, as you can see, I am quite stunned. For one, I'm happy not to see Heracross, because I was very scared of that thing, especially with some of the damage rolls. It was just terrifying. But he has Magmortar, and honestly, looking at my team and looking at Magmortar, it's a bit of a problem, because it does get Thunderbolt. It does get Thunderbolt for Slowking. For Slowbro. And our Combine set might not be so great here after all. And he's brought a lot. It looks like he's hard prepped for Melmetal, to be honest. Like, he's got like a team that's basically saying that it needs to get Melmetal out the way and then try winning with Diancie. But now we're just gonna jump into it. So here I feel like I'm gonna lead Urshifu, because one, it should take out pretty much everything on this team. Two, like, he has to scout for Scarf, right? Like, that probably has to be the most standard play, and that's what I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna lead Urshifu, and he does lead Lantern. Now here, I can click Wicked Blow, but we wouldn't kill a max Fizz Def Lantern, because Lantern's got massive amounts of HP. And Dazzling Gleam is not something I want to take in the first turn, or a T-Wave. So I'm going to switch out here. I'm going to go hard into Whimsicott, as he does reveal the Dazzling Gleam. So I am thankful for that, for knowing what Lantern does all the time. We do U-turn out. His first switch in was Magmortar. We do get the Flame Body, but his first switch in was the Magmortar, as we go into Nidoqueen. Here I'm gonna click the Earth Power first time around, because I don't want to get Scorching Sands, because we do get 2-hit KO'd by Scorching Sands. because we don't know if he's boots yet or what item. But here I'm gonna get rocks up on Lantern, pretty standard. Here I know that Scald is gonna do a pretty penny, but I need damage on this thing. And if he's Sugarberry, I want that Sugarberry gone. I know he loves Sugarberry, and I know I'm risking damage on Nidoqueen here, but personally I know that I can kill Slowking Gala with both Melmetal and Urshifu. We have speed crept Melmetal quite well, so we should outspeed and kill that thing. So I'm gonna click the Earth Power here, and surely enough, he is Sugarberry. And he does Scald, and he does 61, which tells me he's probably close to max special attack. And here I'm gonna click Sludge Wave because it was still killed, and if it covered. If he predicted I was gonna go for the Flamethrower and he went into Magmortar, it covered that switch. But here I'm gonna click the Flamethrower on Corviknight, and we get so much damage off on Corviknight as Corviknight attacks us and takes us out of Brave Bird, and we lose Nidoqueen early, but we also take down Corviknight early, and we have Chip on Lantern. So I think Nidoqueen's done its job and then some here. It's really pulled the finest of work here. Again, I'm going to go back into Urshifu here as he goes into Magmortar. I'm going to double into Slowbro because, one, I don't know if it's Scarf. Actually, no. I know it's not Scarf because it's got heavy duty boots, but I don't want to take an attack from it. I don't want to get flame bodied by it. I don't want to get this thing flame bodied. That's the most important thing to me right now. He does click the Thunderbolt. I'm going to click the Calm Mind here, and I'm just going to slack off. That's my play. And he does reveal this Clear Smog, which is great prep on Grubbin's part. I was not really. I'm just gonna repeat the same cycle to see if he's gonna stay in and keep doing this with me. And surely enough, he does do it, and we do go back to 79. But here, I'm just gonna go for damage on. I need damage on Magmortar here to win this game. And there he is. He does. We do get a lot of damage off on it. But I'm gonna switch out. The thing is, we stayed unmega there. Even if he had mega, that was not a roll to kill. So I'm gonna go into Whimsicott here as he goes for the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'm just gonna click the Energy Ball, get all the chip I possibly can, and we will die to the Flamethrower, which is sad, but you know, it is what it is. Whimsicott wasn't doing much after Corv was dead. I didn't really need it here too much, and the fact that he doesn't have Heracross here and Talonflame is not pressured to be into losing HP to revenge kill something makes it quite easy for me. I go into Talonflame here, as he does go into Lantern, and I'm just gonna get the freest U-turn of my life. And here I go into Urshifu because apologies guys. Yeah, I go into Urshifu because I thought I clicked the reset button for a second. My god. Okay, so I go to Urshifu here because honestly, like, I don't want to take a Scald with Melmetal. I don't want to take a T-Bolt with Slowbro, and that just leaves Urshifu. So I'm gonna click Close Combat here because I don't believe a D-Dance Pult can beat me. I don't believe a D-Dance Pult can beat me. I will beat it before it beats me. Like, all I need is a little bit of chip and Talonflame will revenge its ass. So I'm not worried about a D-Dance Pult. What I'm worried about is a Rock Polish Diancie. A Rock Polish Diancie can sweep me, and so I can't let Diancie set up. So I do click the Close Combat here. And he goes directly into Pult right here, and I'm just gonna go straight into Slowbro because I know we got the regen, and he does click the Draco, which is so perfect for us because it's not gonna kill, and this is like the perfect like switch for us because now he's at -2, and now we can go hard into Melmetal as he does click the Shadow Ball and it does nothing. Here's where I misplay. I should have just clicked Double Iron Bash here. Clay pointed this out to me post game because we are protective pads, but for some reason in my head I forgot. And I was worried about Magmortar coming in, and I clicked the Earthquake. But we should have just clicked Double Iron Bash here, and we are going to take out the Dragapult here with Melmetal. Sorry, I did not click off Lantern, but yeah, we're gonna take out the Dragapult here. So it's 4-3, and he goes into Slowking Gala. So this is the moment of truth, guys. We sped crept like hell on Melmetal. It's at 111 speed. Do we outspeed this thing? I know he has a tendency to outspeed Mons with this thing. He sped crept a Mudsdale, which actually takes considerable investment from Slowking Gala. So this is a moment of truth. Let's see what happens, guys. And we do outspeed, and we are going to take out Slowking Gala here, which is absolutely huge. Melmetal coming through in the finals. He goes into Diancie here. I gotta stay in, not let him set up, but this is beautiful for us. As a situation, this is beautiful for us. So now I'm gonna go hard into Talonflame. It is 3-2. Right now, this should be game. If we land the Steel Wing, Diancie will die. We are faster there by 1 point. And we should easily take out Magmortar. It's at 4%. So this is the moment of truth, guys. Do we land the Steel Wing? And we do, as Mega Diancie goes down. His last mon is Magmortar, and we do take out the Magmortar with Talonflame. So GG's to Grubbinz, and that's gonna be it from me, guys. We are now the champions of WPF Season 7 Magikarp Division. I'm really hyped. I had a lot of fun with this division. I'm gonna be honest, like, it is like, when we subbed in at 0-3, I did not even think we were gonna like make playoffs. Like, I just thought I was taking over this team for fun. Like, I was just building a lot of fun sets for a lot of games. But then games got more intense when we played guys like Brownie, played guys like Cherry. Like, our semi-final against Cherry was super hype as well. But this was also a really good game. GG's to Grubbinz. He's had a great run. I think his record was like nuts. His record was like 10-1 plus 39. That's not including like his playoff dubs as well. So he's effectively come into this game like 12-1, having lost 1 differential all season, and that's absolutely nuts. I've really enjoyed a lot of the people in the server, and I will leave a link to the server below if y'all want to join this server. They will be opening apps soon for Season 8 for both divisions, Gyarados and Magikarp. Really nice community. So I think y'all should really consider joining. It's gonna be sad because I'm gonna miss using this team. This team was interesting to say the least. Urshifu, Melmetal, Mega Slowbro, Nidoqueen, Talonflame, and then we interchanged the 6th mon around between like Vikavolt, Whimsicott, Ice Cream Cone. I'm not saying its name. I'm not saying its name. And like even Leafeon got a game. Ditto didn't get a game, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. It's champion now. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. Like, I don't know what else to add at this point. Like, there's gonna be 2 UPA games next week because we do have our backup game against Doom coming up, along with a game against Komala. So both those should be going up in the next week. But GG's once again at Grubbinz, and that's gonna be it from me, guys. This is TRT77. This is me signing off.